The whole Cargasm channel started when I was in a bus. I love cars, and so to start the journey, I contacted this owner in Terengganu, which is about 6-hour drive away, and I made the booking, and I took the bus to Terengganu. In the bus, I couldn't sleep at all in the bus, which I supposed to, and all I could think of is, okay, so if I'm about to do this, and I know that I want to try something out for myself, I want to build a brand, I want to build a name for myself, what should I do? So in the bus, I just this name just clicked in my brain, and the name is called Cargasm. So in the bus, I registered the account on TikTok. On that day, when I picked up my car, I started filming, and that is my day one. I remember when I drove the car back from Terengganu to KL, and halfway I got pretty tired. I'm very happy, but I got pretty tired. So I stopped at the roadside and I decided to take a nap. After taking a nap, I woke up and I decided to film some TikTok because I saw this TikTok trend that's going on. And I filmed my first video and I uploaded it on my TikTok on the Cargasm page. And when I got home, I picked up my phone, I opened the TikTok and see how the video performed, and the video got 20,000 views. The next day I woke up, the video got 100,000 views. And it kept going and kept going. So I know that I started something, but I have to keep the momentum going. So every day, because I got nothing much to do, so every day I film different videos talking about the pop-up headlight. Every day I learn something about maybe accessorizing the car, tips about maintaining the car. And I just kept posting. Doesn't matter the video performed or not, I just kept posting. And after a while, about 1 or 2 months later, that's when I posted a Facebook post. Well, at that time, actually, I want to learn more about the car culture. I want to have a subject to film. For me, I only have a car, and this car is my everything. For me to reach out to other people, I don't know much people in the car scene, so I had to post that. And one guy sticks out, a guy from my high school, a guy that I knew was in the basketball club as well, and I just had to meet him. I remember the next day I went to his house. I saw this big guy riding a Harley. Met him at the guardhouse, and he brought me, and why is it taking so long to go to his house? We were from the guardhouse like 15 minutes ago. Why am I still not there? I'm starting to shake, starting to have a lot of fear. Like, where's this guy taking me? But soon enough, went to his house. Then he started to show me his car collection. The first car he showed me was his Mini Cooper, and then he showed me his Volvo 122, and then he showed me also other cars in his collection. I didn't knew much about cars back then, so I just decided that okay, let's just do another TikTok trend. And those video performed quite well. And something I noticed about this guy, and his name is Bear, and most of you guys know him. For those of you who follow our TikTok, our Instagram, you know this guy. His name is Bear. And there's something about Bear that is quite different than anybody else that I've met. He is ridiculously friendly. He's very outspoken. He's very knowledgeable about cars. And for some reason, I just felt that my energy matched with him. I'm not very outspoken. I'm like his polar opposite. But if you look everything out of our personality, the things that we like, our common interests, it's the same. We're actually the same person, but in a different body and different attitude. So from that day, every single Saturday, Sunday, I'm at his house, we are doing something. So how do we get into drift? Be honest, it's actually a coincidence. One day, Bear told me that he met this guy. His name is Aboy. His shop is in Kajang, near his house. And he's building all these crazy cars. Before I got to meet him, the Bear told me he bought another car. He sold one of his collection back then and bought one of the other car. And it was a K70, white color K70. He done the painting, He bought an engine and replaced to it. He told me something is 4AGE 16 valve or something. He told me it has all the A86 parts, and he told me it's a crazy fun car to drive. We went toge together, and then one day we just decided, hey, you know, we've been seeing Initial D, we've been watching movies about drift. Why not we give it a try? So we booked the track in Ailezo. We didn't even use the track at all. We just used the entrance of the track. And in that entrance, we tried to do the donut. And then I remember Bear driving, and he's like, why is the car not drifting? Why is the car facing so much understeer? The car just kept spinning and spinning, but nothing is happening. Then I had this brilliant idea that I have to tell him. I say, Bear, remember, you know when we drive manual, when we go up slope, right? What happens is we sometimes have to half clutch in order to give the car more power. Why not we give that a try? Maybe half clutching is what makes the rear wheel spin. Then we gave it a try, and within just 15 minutes, the clutch burned. I remember being in the car, and I was like, okay, it seems like got more power, maybe it's working. Then Bear told me, what's that smell, bro? Then I don't know, because I'm not a car guy. I don't know so much about cars. So I like, yeah, there's a weird smell. Then he told me it's the clutch. Well, in the end, because we want to save money, we still had tires, but we drove the car back. Yeah, from Shah Alam to Kajang, we drove the car back. The speed that we are going, because the clutch burned, the speed that we are going at is so slow, and I remember it started to drizzle a bit. It was such a scary experience, but I like every minute of it, every second of it. The moment we fell in love with drift was after we learned donut, after we learned how to do the figure eight. Wow, we thought we were there already. Wow, we can do this, bro. Wow, we just took a couple of months. Now we can do this like without much effort. We know what's happening. Bear bought a Safero, 835 Safero with a RP20 Tommy Kyra, and I bought Bear's car, the K70, the white color one, and I decided to buy another K70 to swap the 20 valve 4AG into that car. When we got both of our cars ready, first thing we do is we go to our friend's factory, Usin Brake Performance. Our friend told me, bro, you know, I have this factory, I have this area, cement road, maybe you can have some drift here. Then we just went. We drifted there, and then after 1 or 2 sessions in the weekend, we got complained that we were too noisy. Then we stopped. After that, the first event that we joined was in A Famosa, hosted by Tengku Jan. Tengku Jan hosted this event called Drift Sampoy, which is the first drift event after the 2 to 3 years lockdown. And almost every drifters came out and drifted together. When we first arrived at the track, first reaction was, wow, what are we doing here, bro? We literally all we can do is doing donut and figure eight. Why are we in one of the biggest drift event after the MCO? And why are we drifting with all these pro guys? And the track is huge. I remember the map, the layout. One is called the fake book, and then one is called like a penis or something. I don't really remember. But it's along that line. But the track is so huge. I've never tried anything. I don't think I've even tried with doing figure eight with second gear. Okay, and we just went. We bought a bunch of used tires. We brought our friends to crew with us, and then we went with Aboy. Aboy also just bought his Safero with RB20, and then we just went to the track. And I kid you not, for the whole day we can't connect the drift at all. It's too much for us. It's just too much. We can't connect the track. Then we kept going out with our friend Aboy. He kept showing us, okay, you have to clutch kick here, you have to try not to go too close to the cone, try to go further out, you have to take this line, do this, do that. And then I think a boy got fed up and he just told us, you know what, follow me to the tandem lane. There was 2 lanes. I remember on the left lane was for all the newbies like us. And we go out 1 car by 1 car. And then on the right lane is where 5-6 cars go out together, and that's for the experts and the semi-pro drivers. And our boy just said, you know what, we don't have roll cage, we got nothing, but you guys can do it, just follow behind me. Okay, when you see my car go to the right lane, follow me. Lining up at the starting line. So our boy took off and I just went. And right after I passed the starting line, I saw, I think, 2 to 3 cars behind me, and I was like, oh shit, shit's about to go down. The only thing that I'm keeping my brain is, okay, don't spin out. And I kid you not, that's the first time I actually managed to connect, because I don't really follow very close behind our boy. I kept a distance, but looking at the way he drive, I sort of copy the way he drive. Okay, he's spinning here. Okay, not so big angle. Okay, I follow him. Oh, he went out the line, then I follow him. I kid you not, that was the first time I didn't spin. And after that, I got very scared, so I went back to the beginner line, and I just kept going. And soon after, I connected 1 time, 2nd time, 3rd time. Then I did it consistently. So that's our first drift event that we joined. And from that moment, we fell in love with drift and what drift really is. That's when we go like, okay, Bear, this is really fun, let's take it to another level. We started to mingle with other drivers. We started to learn more about, okay, so before a competition, NDS round 1 or round 2 was happening in 2022. And it's very fortunate for us to meet Team OBG, and OBG stands for Old But Go. So one of the coaches there is Uncle Jet, Jason Lim, and I don't know what's his age, he looked young and old at the same time. But knowing drivers like that and seeing the way they drive in Malacca International Circuit, I remember me and Bear was at the event. We were just trying to help. Okay, we just trying to help, bring barang, try to test the speed of the cars when they are going, initiating. And I remember asking Bujai and Mr. K, like, okay, so what's happening? What is happening? How can they throw the car like this? Why do they do this? Then I remember Mr. K asking me back, what do you think they did? And I was so stunned. I don't know how to answer that. But that was an eye-opening experience for us, because that's the first time we see any cars with power like that, and it was the first time we really get to know somebody who knows a lot of people, and also somebody who actually drives a pro car, who actually competes in the pro category, and that's really inspiring. After that, we just kept joining event after event in Shah Alam, mostly in Shah Alam though, Stadium Shah Alam, and we just kept going, and event after event. In Bukit Jalil we went once, we went to one event in Seremban as well. Just event after event, we just kept practicing, and every time we would learn something new. Every time we would gain a knowledge that will push us further. And then last year, we started joining competitions. Ben started with the D1 GP, and I started with the NDS Lights Novice category in my round 1. Then round 2, I started joining the Pro-Am category as well. I didn't have a car, so I have to borrow a car from my friend, from our boy. And then the next round, I borrowed another friend's Safero from Srikila. And then the round 4 and 5, I borrowed Bear's 180SX. That's how I go. It can be a little bit tough being in the drift community, but if you look beyond everything, in the end, we all just enjoy drifting. And that's actually the main thing that keeps us going, is we love drifting. When we go competition, something happen, or this that politics, what can we do? Move on, keep drifting. Looking back, it feels unreal. how far we accomplished. To be honest with you, when I started this channel, I did not have an idea at all. Where is it gonna lead us? The brands that we are gonna work with, the people that we are gonna meet. There's no expectation. I just want to start. Throughout the 3 years of running Cargasm, that's almost like our DNA of we don't plan too much. We just go with the flow. Sometimes we just want to start, and then once we started, okay, I just want to do it, and then by doing it, it lead to something, and then something lead to something. We don't overthink ourselves. We just go with the flow, and whatever happens, we just adapt and then move on. So yeah, it's quite a miracle. It's quite a ridiculous thing to see how much we progress after these few years, because in the end we started with a car and driving a car back 6 hours without any expectation, without knowing what's gonna happen, and the journey did not stop when I reached home. That was just the beginning. To me, that's the most special part about running Cargasm. I believe a lot of you will have a ton of questions, and if you have any question to ask me, Bear, our drivers, or Cargasm in general, feel free to let us know in the comment. Okay, we'll do more and more videos, and we can even answer some of your questions in our future videos. There will be a mini segment of Q&A. That would be fun. So take care, and see you in our next video.